We're still asleep.
We are. Maybe if we save as well, maybe we'll wake up.
Agreed. And we can welcome you back to the Digimon World Part 3, which we forgot to say last part. So here we are, welcome back to Digimon World 1.
Digimon World Insectoid playthrough. And don't worry, I'll show you how to spell Insectoid to help you with the editing parts.
That's what we were saying, Insectoid.
In fact, when I save the videos, I think I'll just call them something like Digimon Insectoid or something, just so that you have the spelling. I think it's something like INSECTOID or something like that.
Yeah. What, is that how it's spelled in the game or something?
We're Digivolving.
Are we Digivolving? Are you sure? It looks like it says we're hungry. And now it says Digivolving.
Yeah, this tiny blob is going to turn into something ferocious.
Numemon.
Something terrifying.
Numemon.
Something beastly. It's going to digivolve into a slightly bigger blob.
It's Koromon.
Who, in the series, digivolves into Agumon. But in this game, as well as digivolving into Agumon, you can also digivolve into Gabumon. Or Kunamon.
Well, that's the thing I find weird about playing this again. It's like, wait, my Agumon Digimon into a Meramon. That's not how it goes!
Yeah, the Digivolutions aren't quite what you would expect, but
well, apparently that's how it's supposed to go. They digivolve into a random Digimon. Not like there's not really a set pattern. Apparently.
Well, there is like a set pattern, but it's a set pattern within the game, which is inconsistent with the series.
Yeah, well, TV series actually, yeah.
Yeah. So the question of when are the viewers going to be seeing Kunamon? Well, not just yet. We're going to continue with Koromon. When he needs to sleep, we're going to sleep in the green gym, and we're going to carry on training until he then needs to sleep for a second time, and that's when we are then going to take steps towards Kunamon.
Yeah! And he's hungry again.
And his HP is precisely 666.
Oh, what's that telling us, hey, Koromon? You're going to digivolve to a Skull Greymon, aren't you?
666.
You're going to digivolve to a Skull Greymon, aren't you?
Maybe it'll go Barkamon and then Skull Greymon.
Don't worry, if you digivolve into a Barkamon, all we have to do is say this. Barkamon, lose your power.
Absolutely, that solves the problem. He's going to be close to needing his first sleep. I reckon it's probably going to be the next hour.
Next hour?
Well, the next
in-game hour.
The game hour. In the game, there's 30 hours. Wait, is it 30 hours per day? Wait, no, it's 30 days to a year.
30 hours to a day?
Like, well, in the game, there's 30 days to a year, and he needs to sleep. There's 30 days to a year, but I'm not sure if there's also 30 hours in a day. But Digimon hours are not like the same as our hours. A Digimon hour in this game is like the equivalent of like 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, that is true. If you watch the series, if you watch the main series 1.
Well, I'm saying how it works in the game,
yeah.
as opposed to anything. Doesn't mean anything.
Good, you're not a picky one. I like you a lot.
And that's good enough for HP for now. Let's boost our attack.
The thing that I find weird about this game, because have you ever seen the game cover in like the UK version? Like it's pretty much the cover, except with all of the start of Digimon from season 1 there, except you can't get. Why do I keep forgetting his name?
Well, I mean, from the series, Let's see. You can get Agumon, you can get Gabumon, you can get Biomon.
Yep.
You can't get Tentamon. You can get Palmon.
Yep.
You can't get Gomamon.
That's the one. Favorite one.
You can get Patamon. You can't get Salamon.
Yep. I mean,
because I'm not going to fall into the trap of saying Gatomon. Gatomon's a champion. The rookie is Salamon.
Yeah, but think of all the fans who said, "Oh, I want this game because I want to have Goramon."
What?
Crap, I said his name wrong.
You said Goramon.
What's the fish name again?
Gomamon.
Gomamon. Because I want to have a Gomamon, but I can't get it in this game. I'm turning it back in, putting it down. That is false advertisement. I mean, can you get him in Digimon World 2003?
No, I don't think you can.
Wow! Sucks for them, doesn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
What's that? Ooh.
Now, we're not that far away from when he wants to sleep. But it's not yet.
But lucky enough, we're far away from the toilet.
Oh yeah, and don't make the mistake of thinking that this is the only toilet, because you've also, if it was on record, then you would have seen Gabumon use the toilet, and there are many, many other toilets in the game.
Wait, that'd be a bit weird if there's only one toilet in the whole world. So if a desert for a toilet, there's only one toilet in the whole world, and guess what? I wouldn't be surprised if there's a line that way, waiting out there.
There are many toilets, and there's also, this is like the only proper gym. Oh, you missed a sleep already. Okay.
Well, then sleep!
This is the only proper gym, but there are other areas that have other pieces of gym equipment. It's just not as advanced as a proper green gym.
Hello, Gigi. Hello, hey, Digimon. Your Digimon's tired, yeah, I know that.
The sign that does bother me, the hand is approaching the next hour, and when it reaches that hour, I think it's going to be a care mistake, since we effectively haven't let our Digimon sleep. But fear not, I'm going to try and find a way of cancelling it out by doing an animation, which in this case, praising. That animation cancels out the care mistake, I think.
How do you do that?
So, since there's luck involved in whether or not we're going to be successful in ending up with Kumon, I'm choosing to save first, and if it's unsuccessful, then it'll be a reset. Yeah, when you need to sleep and the hand strikes the next hour, I think that counts as a care mistake because you didn't let your Digimon sleep, and then happiness and discipline is affected, and it's a care mistake. But then, if you're in the middle of an animation when it's striking the hour, I think it cancels out the effect on happiness and discipline, and I think it cancels out the care mistake as well. And so that's a little tactic that I may use from time to time.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. It doesn't just work that way for sleep, but it also works that way when your Digimon wants to eat. And I am still looking out for items. I'm not having a great deal of luck.
Don't worry. I've already found the mushroom. I ate it. It was delicious.
Of course, it might all be in vain because I may be forced to reset anyway. But in case I'm not forced to reset, I just think, wow, let's just collect items in the hope that
mushroom.
It won't be a waste.
Let's hope it's not the magic variety.
Ah, yes, the magic variety. And I only got about a quarter of an hour left, so I best put my skates on a bit. But in order to Digivolve into Kunamon, you have to take an in-training Digimon to Kunamon's bed, this area, and you have to sleep under this little tree.
Under the tree. Under the tree. Hope you go to Kunamon or else I'm going to kick you.
And, in case it doesn't work, I'm only going to sleep. I'm not going to save, otherwise I'll shoot myself in the foot. And it worked!
Well, how do you know it's going to Digivolve to a Kunamon?
Because he's Digivolving. A Digimon will never digivolve immediately after waking up. It'll always be the next hour or later. When it's immediate, you know it's worked.
Okay, fair enough.
That was a good song. Under the tree. Under the tree.
Where all the bullshit and the schools live. Under the tree.
Say hello to Kunamon! Insectoid Digimon.
Yay!
The only downside is his stats suck. And why do his stats suck? Well, it may have something to do with the fact that we got our Digimon killed and had to start again with a baby.
And also, apparently he's still tired.
Yes, but fear not, because rather than sleep here and then go to the green gym, since I've got almost an hour on my hands, I'm going to go to the green gym and then I'm going to sleep.
Don't know. Well, for that, we'll sleep in the toilet. Yeah, better than nothing. It's raining.
And yeah, we officially have the Insectoid Digimon and we can officially start making progress, but guess what? We're going to be working out until he digivolves. And it's vital that it's an Insectoid Digimon that he digivolves to, aka Kawagamon or Carpelterimon, and I'm going to be aiming for Carpelterimon.
Well, so you can't get a Tentamon, but you can get a Carpelterimon.
That's right. And what's special about Kawagamon? Seriously true, he was the very first villain to feature in the first series.
Well, would you really call him a villain? He just got all he did was get away.
Well, he was trying to kill the Digidestined. Does that not make him a villain?
Could be him being very territorial. You just so much think you have to kill away. What would you do? What would you do if someone suddenly wake you up in the middle of the night?
Well, I don't think I'll try and kill them. Anyway, there's certain stat requirements or preferences in order to digivolve from a Kunamon to a Carpelterimon, and I know what they are, so I am working towards them. And the first one that I'm going to achieve is 100 attack.
Well, you put me fed twice?
Sometimes they need more than just one piece of meat.
Greedy studs.
So, I'm trying my best to fulfill the requirements for Carpelterimon, and every time we take our Digimon for a dump, I'm then going to go to the Digimon's house and then rest. The reason for that is because if you just continually work out, sometimes your Digimon can get tired, and that's a care mistake, and it affects your happiness and discipline. But if we rest a few times, then it should prevent us from getting tired and experiencing tiredness. And I'm going to go by the rules of every time Digimon goes for a dump, we then take Digimon for a rest.
Okay.
That should be the right number of rests in order not to experience tiredness. And yes, and take Digimon to the toilet whenever he needs to go, feed him whenever he needs to be fed. Fulfilling the care mistake requirements for Carpelterimon, have to keep them to a minimum.
Oh.
And the stats, yes, trying to get attack to 100, and that would be the first step done.
Well, you're almost there. And then we got then just Digimon into a noodle monster.
I think it's a bit too early for Digivolutions. Usually rookies don't Digivolve until they're about 4.
Well, they grew up fast, don't they?
Sorry?
They grew up fast, don't they?
Yeah, it looks like they do. Now, does he need a dump before I train? No. Now it's speed, and I'm going to be getting speed up to 100 as well, and at the same time fulfill the requirement of getting HP up to 1000.
And now it needs to poo.
He does. Yeah, the stats I'm aiming for, HP 1000, MP 1000, and slightly below the amount of HP we have, Attack, defense, and speed, all 100. Brains, I don't think matter.
Right.
So rest again, and then it will be a new day, and then we can get more meat.
Yeah, more meat from the meat garden.
Yes, and just coming in, apparently they found a dead wolf, and they've turned him into meat, and they're ready to offer the meat.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I wonder who that dead wolf could be.
Who cares?
Wild nature. They just don't know how to behave, do they?
Not a piece of meat, right?
3 pieces.
Oh.
About 20% of the time, instead of giving you 3 pieces, they'll be generous and give you 5 pieces.
Oh, why does it give me 5 pieces all the time? Who are the other 2 giving to?
I think it's just put down. I think it's just sometimes they supposedly work a bit harder, and boom, they offer you like 5 pieces, and it's like, wow, happy days.
Yep. Okay, now he's food again.
Yeah, at the moment I'm feeding him meat, and when we run out, we'll then move on to Digi mushrooms. Fear not, I have 32 in the kitty.
So we won't go hungry again until we run out. Then we're screwed.
Although by then I'll probably do a lot. Well, by then I'll probably be doing exploring, where by chance I will be stumbling upon Digi mushrooms, and so the stock's going to go back up.
Right.
We're probably not going to run out. Digi mushrooms are very useful, more useful than meat, because although Digi mushrooms only serve the same purpose in that they make your Digimon a bit full, in Freezeland you can trade Digi mushrooms with the Moldimons for medium HPs, which cost 500 bits and recover your HP by 1500.
Uh-huh.
And with a different Moldimon, you can trade medium HPs for a item which name I can't remember, but I know it can be sold for 2,000 bits. So each Digimushroom has the potential value of 2,000 bits.
Bits of money, by the way.
Yes. 2,000 bits, or you can just settle with a medium HP. Either way, it makes Digimushrooms seem very worth it.
So the one question I have to say, can we get an Etemon in this game?
You can.
Oh, I know we can't get it because of the Insectoid brand.
Absolutely.
Oh. Maybe I can mulligan a bit. Maybe Etemon is secretly bugged.
But, if it's any consolation, we are going to be battling him in this playthrough.
Yay! Don't kill him. He's one of the best ever. Also, apparently, I did want Sleepy. Wait, why are you sleeping here?
Where else would I sleep?
Well, I wouldn't sleep in the middle of the road. It's like, yeah, sleep here. Oh, the humanity, he got squished.
But yeah, Etemon, in his own words, when he the very first thing he says is something like, the concert sensation of the server continent is back, alright, it's Etemon the king.
Okay.
Well, there is a comical video on YouTube called Etemon the Fresh Prince, where the song from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is playing, and in sync, Etemon's like mouth is open and his lips are moving, and it looks like he's the one singing it.
That sounds kind of funny.
It's literally just Etemon the Fresh Prince or something.
Sure it is, was. Oh
wait, he just went for a dump, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was meant to rest, didn't I?
Yep. This is a story all about how my night got flipped turned upside down. So I'll tell you, sit right there, I'll tell you how I became a better animal. In the middle of a pyramid, at my base, where I was sitting around there, catching, and then a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighbourhood. I got in one little fight, and and I got sucked into a black hole, and then I turned to left, that's what I wanted, and I became king. Yeah, that's the best I can do.
That beats anything I could manage.
I went to a jungle, a willow came near, and I see someone there. And, never mind, that's all I can do.
It beats anything that I would be able to manage, believe me. Now, before we end the part, I want to get speed up to 100, which I've just done.
Yay!
And then I want to move in front of the defence one, because defence is up next. But before that, we best end the part.
Alright then, we'll see you next time for some more training.
In this case, it's going to be a yellow caterpillar getting punched by a glove.
Oh jeez, that's going to work well.